Everybody, starting a bit early today because my youngest son woke up at like 2. B-Man. You can call me B-Man, that's cool. The B-Man. Bongo B-Man, there we go. Yeah, my youngest son woke up at 2, then at 3, and my wife woke me up. She was like, I've been up with him for hours, so can you help? So I woke up and helped him get back to sleep. Unfortunately, this means that there's the greater possibility of me getting a text saying he needs some help. So we're gonna do what we can, but that's just life. Just know the stream might have to end abruptly. Unfortunately. And my volume's not up on my computer, so there we go. Now I can hear things. Alright. Now I have to remember what we're doing. Okay, we got to the heat place. The fireplace. It couldn't go that way. What was in here? Now I'm forgetting everything. Oh, yes. I remember. This is where I got the ice. Wow. The ice thingy. I'm not the ice chip. Fire chip. I did watch the follow-up, and I also watched the other one on that former Activision CEO or creative director giving his opinions on AAA gaming, which was kind of a big black pill on it for me. Oh man. But yeah, I like how he didn't was it Lemmy? The name of the that channel with he wrote on the difficulty. He didn't back down from his stance. I think I liked how he just gave more examples and specifically hit on Elden Ring about how successful, like incredibly successful Elden Ring was for what it was. And I was thinking about it, watching those two back to back was really interesting because it kind of like it both blackpilled me. It also gave me hope for the future of the gaming industry, or video games in general, in that like there's the hard and there's the easy, and both of those are at war for the souls of gamers. And studios are either relying on the hard or relying on the easy to draw in gamers, and it remains to be seen what will they ultimately choose. Unfortunately, I think it trends more towards the easy with the prevalence of gacha games. But then you have Elden Ring, and then you've got studios like Team Cherry making their awesome mega hit $20, and it's an incredibly difficult game, and it being a massive success. So, you know, I don't know where it's going to go, but we'll see. High-powered explosives. I'm going to take a second and try to figure out what I'm doing here. If I was even supposed to come here yet. Impassable. Huh. Interesting. Okay, can't freeze. Freeze lava. Not like that. Upgrade required to traverse the lava. Maybe I need to go get the thunder. Or not the thunder, the electricity upgrade first. Unless I'm stupidly missing something, but I don't think I am. I think this is pretty impassable without it, so. Need my viola. Forgot I could still ride that in here. I like the lead of Ori and the Blind Forest, making no rest for the wicked, isn't interacting with Larry's videos. Oh man, that's awesome. That's really good to see. Yeah, the indie mega hits, I feel like they need to start throwing their weight around. Like, they need to start pulling more Team Cherries to direct the way the market is going. Because I do think Team Cherry doing that really, like, upset the industry in a positive way. And if you can get more hit studios like Ori and the Blind Forest doing stuff, and No Rest for the Wicked, which I'm now really interested to play. The problem is, I mean, the problem is the love of money and thinking that it is the end all be all for endeavors. Like, you know, it's one of those things where I am, I never really described myself as a capitalist, but I do think capitalism is a good thing, as it drives innovation, and it's probably at least it's hard to make the argument for something like Hollow Knight or Silksong because they just took their time with it, but you can't say that there wasn't at least some monetary motivation for those guys to pour their heart and soul into that game, or any game for that matter. If like there wasn't a way to make money off of this stuff, we'd have way less quality indie games. I would argue. But on the flip side, if you go too far with it, you get money's the only important thing, and then you get that former Activision guy. Yes, thank you, Miles.
Upgrading the Viola suit allows you to unlock additional functions of the Viola. Want to try using Volt Forge?
Yeah, man, I kind of liked the fact that I wasn't entirely sure I needed to go that way, but now I am entirely sure I need to go that way. I don't know, just to remove some of the experience of, like, we've all been there in a Metroidvania where you're like, I think I need to go this way, and then you spend a long time going the complete other side of the map, only to find you need to go back. You know, it's part of the game, and it's part of traversing the world, and if it's fun to traverse the world, it's not that big of a deal. But here, they really, really do want to make sure that you stay on course. Like, really. There's so many fun games that I need to check out. I just don't have the time to play them all. Jedi Force powers. Ooh. Pylon with electroconductive decoration at its center is etched with alloys that instantly amplify currents. Okay, so I need to come back here when I have... Okay. So just blow things up. Get some more crystals. I'm wasting my missiles. What's going on here? Do I need... I think I need electricity to... go up. Yeah, probably electricity. Why else would they tell me about electric currents here? The spoon-fed information literally feels anti-Metroid, based on my 30-plus years of playing Metroid. Yes. It feels anti a lot of games. Well, it feels more like Halo, and that wasn't a bad thing for Halo, because Halo is Halo. This is Metroid. But as the kids on TikTok informed me, this is a game for kids. I don't know if you saw that part of the stream yesterday, but pretty sure a bunch of younger players on TikTok informed me very, very strongly that this was a game. This is a game for children, which is why it's not made for me. Which is why it's so easy, apparently, or so handholdy. Those young whippersnappers. Yeah, unless you're talking about Metroid Fusion, for sure. At least that, though, had, like, the horror aspect to it. That made it really stand out. But it also brought into a lot of questions, like... was that really Adam in the computer, or was it an AI that just suddenly learned to think for itself? I don't know. I'm not up to speed on my Metroid lore, so... Oh, nice. Thanks for checking out the replays. Oh, hello. Oops. How do I get you? Tower for storing emergency equipment is still valuable. Oh, electrifying the lock. Okay. Didn't I just... Oh, the Volt Forge. Oh, that's where I came from. Yeah, before this I was further pondering on those two videos you sent. And, like, I do think there is something to that, just in general. Like, people understand that there's more value in doing something that's difficult, but yet we naturally want to do something that's easy, which is why, like, getting the flow state right in a video game is so difficult, because so many people, like, the more people want only easy things, that's gonna shift to easier and easier games. So that, like, the flow state is not necessarily something to shoot for, but it is kind of like a measure as to where people are at in what they expect out of games. And I think I think humanity needs to be trained again to do hard things rather than easy things. If I can proclaim something so broad. Yes, that is traditionally what happens in Metroid games. Mr. Miles. This kind of thing is along the same lines. It's not the same thing, but it's along the same lines of when games become overbearing with their messaging, and things become too preachy. Like, this has nothing to do with. This is not a critique on the messages themselves, but rather a critique on how to communicate a message or how to communicate anything. Block. But, like, people generally reject preachiness unless, of course, they agree with that message, and they tend to be a bit more okay with it, but to an extent. I grew up with a lot of cheesy Christian movies, and even I could understand as a Christian that this was a horrible way to communicate messages. And people rejected those because they are too preachy. They don't know how to subtly communicate a message. You know, it's the same thing. I feel like the simplistic nature at which Miles communicates things is along that same track. People don't want to be. They want to have, like, they want to be guided, but not dragged by the hand to the next location. Metroid Dread did that really well, guiding the player really well. This game is dragging you by the hand, I feel like, at times. At least when it comes to, like, getting to the next major area. Gotta remember to take screenshots so I can, or little clips so I can work them into my intro videos that I'm starting to put up. Success. Agreed. Dread was hard enough. Dread was hard though, and it ended up being the best-selling Metroid game of all time. I think the devs think people want things so easy, but I don't think that's often the case. I agree. What did that just do? I think, judging by that guy's, the ex-Activision person, I think those type of people want games to be easier because it'll get them more money. They want the gacha mechanics. They want the loot boxes. They want the constant flow of slop content to continually suck money out of people because by like triggering that dopamine hit and hacking the brain. Oh, a new suit. We can now go over magma and lava. That's cool. Do I look any different? Oh, I got some purple stuff. Why did I come back? I mean... what was the purpose of that other than... Sorry, I'm struggling to put into words what I feel like. I don't know. Traveling back across the desert just to get the suit. Am I just complaining too much? I don't know, that felt a little off or unnecessary, or there should be more to do here now that I'm back here. But I don't think there is, so I'm just gonna leave. Oh, that guy. Boss fight, or whatever this is. How do I kill this thing again? Flight drones. However, spheres quickly reappear. They destroy the same. Oh, that's right. The control beam. These things out of the way, is that it? Locking on makes that a lot easier, but that happens. Prime 1 is the most critically acclaimed Zeltrade's Prime game, and it didn't handhold the player's hands. I understand Metroid has never been a big seller, but it's insane if they equated that to its difficulty. Yeah, it's true. It's also never been. It's been difficult in the sense that you have to figure out where to go. They're hard in one sense, but also like you still need some problem solving to get through it. It had the hint system, but it gave you the option to turn it off. That was really the only hand-holding thing they did, and it was an effort to. They did put some effort in to make it a bit more like immersive and isolating. Like it was Samus's suit, like scanning the area. Okay, so that little detour back to the Vault Forge. I don't feel like it... Well... feel like I'm being overly negative. And I don't want to be. But I feel like its only purpose was to get me to cross the desert again. Like, why not put a path in the lava area that I could now open up again? Or at least somehow make the upgrade make sense. Like, it should have been like heat-resistant tires or something. I don't understand how electricity makes me able to float over magma. Cue the comments being like, it's just a game, man. It's sci-fi. It doesn't need to make sense. Oh boy, oh boy. Whee. That was fun. Going again? I gotta go. Well, this desert is pretty big. I just, I don't know. Just going along. Crystals. Yeah, were I to remake this game and had infinite skill and ability to do so, I would totally get rid of this desert and make it smaller and another biome that's you have to find your way through. Rather than a big desert. Morning, Sam. A volt thingy that enables me to ride on lava. Yeah, that's very true. The hint system did give you a very generous amount of time to figure out where to go. Miles tells you, like, almost instantly. Yeah, so you can accept Dragon's Elf and Magic Runes, but you can't accept a Ford F-150 extended cap with heated leather seats. It's fantasy, bro. Yeah. Like, why not make it like ice tires? I don't know. Like, that would be cool. That'd be a cool effect. Like, have it like the tires, like, emit some super cold energy that freezes the magma as we go past it. Wait a minute. I am gonna save though, because I'm paranoid. You know what? I can understand why you would think that, Tim. I went all the way there and didn't get it. But I did. I knew I was supposed to go there. You missed it. I had a feeling, like, I think I should go back to this area. And then I walked out into the desert and Miles told me I need to go back to that area. That's the play-by-play. You guys should have seen my Metroid Prime 2 playthrough. That was... I had Seek the Sky and New Game Plus telling me everything I was doing wrong the whole time. because I was doing a lot of things wrong. It's not a fault against them. Oh, I see. Oh, I get it. It's like a. I thought it was just gonna ride right over it. Can I make this jump? A ball shooter. A psychic boost rail. A track. Okay, that'll probably just shoot me back there. High pressure lava pump. Scout bot. I should probably. What's this thing? Tether node. Oh, I need the spider ball. I vividly remember this argument when the Walking Dead show started getting bad. We'd complain, and some dummy would be like, "It's got zombies, bro. It's not realistic." He didn't just give you a hint. He told you exactly where to go. Yeah, it's the same. That like it's got zombies. It's fantasy. It's a kid's game. It's you know, it's sci-fi. Like all those arguments really kind of irk me because of my own like personal view that like the kind of media we consume affects us as people, and even more so as kids. And if it's lower quality, it trains you to like lower quality. And again, even more so in kids. Which is like, well, it's important to critique the IPs that we love, and even things that are, you know, like poor writing or, I don't know. I feel like you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Highly flammable grate in this place. And there's like the whole Red Letter Media quote from Mr. Plinkett, like, "It happened so fast that you might not have noticed it, but your brain did." It's like, you know, your brain picks up on subtle things that are happening within a game and in a movie, in a book, and whatever, which make experiences good or bad over time, I think. Oh, okay, that just took me back there. So it looks like the purpose of that vent was to... Okay, so they wanted to make sure I had the fire shot and the speed booster before I go in here. No sequence breaks in this game. Strong impact. We're just gonna go around in circles here. Not in circles. It's definitely become the #1 argument for those suffering from toxic positivity. Zeltroid says 100% if you lower your standards, the creatives will lower their standards over time. Who wouldn't want to make the same amount of money with less effort? Yeah, exactly. And it's like, just as media affects the people that consume it, there's also like another aspect where the kind of media and the kind of like heroes and stories a society tells is also like a reflection of the values of that society. But not just the values, but like also like the kinds of heroes they produce. That YouTube channel, The Second Story, which that author, that YouTube channel is awesome. If you have any interest in storytelling or how to tell good stories, go check out her videos. They're really good. And one of them is like why fan fiction is destroying literature. And she does like analyses on like heroes and villains, and one of her main things is that like the kinds of heroes a society produces reflects the overall state of the society in a good or bad way. Scannerbot houses an AI that automatically inspects cargo. Its X-ray scanner generates 3-dimensional analysis of the target's interior. Here, a mechanoid heavy maintenance tank, a larger version of the standard maintenance tank with stronger and heavier armor. Am I doing any damage to it? Oh yeah, okay. Saw it flash red. Enemy takes a lot of damage. Definitely the most not fun enemy to fight so far. I'm gonna go this way because the objective is the other way. What is this? Entry bay. Oh, look at that. Door labels. Green energy. So they're processing the green energy. But yet it rains from the sky. And then corrupts. Is this whole game like a metaphor for pollution? Because I imagine they wouldn't do the same thing they did with Phazon. Phazon was like, there was a like actual mind entity that wanted to control the rest of the universe from the planet Phase. So far, I haven't seen any kind of like any kind of actual antagonist on a grander scale, on a more existential threat. I mean, Silex is here, but he's probably just got beef with Samus, and that's about it. It wasn't like in Prime 3 where the Phazon was actually corrupting and had a will of its own. When judging people by the stories they tell, Tolkien had a great quote: "Since it is so likely that children will meet cruel enemies, let them at least have heard of brave knights and heroic courage." Yeah, I love that quote. C.S. Lewis also had another one that was like, I think it was him, or maybe it was Tolkien. I get them mixed up sometimes, but I'm gonna butcher it. But it was basically like, real forests become magical when we read about magical forests. Like, the fantasy the role of fantasy to both of these guys was to enhance our real world experience. Like, yes, there is escapism, which is not necessarily a bad thing in their eyes, but another product of fantasy is to enhance your experience in reality. All right, let's see if this guy is a good NPC.
Identify yourself.
You're Samus. There were dozens of higher priority targets back at base. I doubt Fed Command would post their best hunter to rescue duty. We are stranded. I've been trying to figure out a way out of this room. My problem is that boiler is putting off enough heat to turn me into casserole. I got a hunch these consoles are connected to it, but the encryption on them is beyond anything I've seen. Something tells me that's not an issue for you. Maybe we can turn the boiler off.
I'd appreciate the assist. I'm Sergeant Ezra Duke, by the way. Pleasure to meet you, Samus.
Let me just scan you, don't mind me. Ezra Duke, experienced squad leader assigned to UTO Research Center. He was extremely capable combat veteran, known for his ferocious strength. Ezra Duke is a soldier in the Galactic Federation, a seasoned veteran of several space pirate engagements. However, his stubborn personality frequently puts him in conflict with his superiors, causing him to be passed up for promotion and assigned to lead a single squad at the UTO Research Center. Those under his command often view him as a strict and inflexible leader. However, at his core, he is loyal, compassionate, and trustworthy. Those who understand this about Sergeant Duke believe there's no better soldier to have at your side. To everyone else, his reputation is simply that of a skilled fighter. And fondness for firearms, grenade. Okay. All right. The scans. This is why I think the scans worked in Prime 1, 2, and 3. I had to finish playing 3. Because they were primarily, it was like Samus was accessing a database or analyzing something and getting technical data about stuff, or reading a diary from a Luminoth or something. You didn't have anything that described like people's personalities. At least I don't think you did. At least in Prime 1 or 2, because there were less NPCs. This right here is breaking the cardinal rule of show, don't tell when it comes to building up a character. Like, it was clear to me from the interaction we had with him that he doesn't like working with people, which was the same thing as the other guy as well. But he didn't like asking. This guy doesn't like asking for help, based on the simple interaction we had. But now we have this here that explains me. Oh, this is this guy's whole character, rather than showing me that through my interaction. It's a missed opportunity, basically. They could have put more in, like, you work a lot with Miles. You didn't really work very much with the other guy. I forget his name. Let's see how much you work with this guy. And they could have communicated all this to me, that he's compassionate, loyal, and trustworthy, by like a joint NPC mission or something like that. But instead they just tell you this. I think this should be like, it should be structured differently, like combat missions 10, and then a list of combat missions, or like superior notes or something like that. Just like contextualize this a bit more, rather than like somehow my suit can understand his personality by scanning him. I don't know. Ugh. Let's see. Speaking of belief, breathing into the mythical, did you ever read American Gods by Neil Gaiman? No, I have not read that. But I will put it on my list of things to read because of that. I hate to sound Zeltroid, I hate to sound overly negative, but I agree the scans don't hit the same. It explains everything too plainly in Prime 4. Which, yeah, exactly. It's too bland. Like the Lamorne lore was pretty good. I'll take the Lamorne lore was great, but here it's, you know, definitely one of the weakest aspects of the game. And like, I am having fun playing it, but there's just certain things that it does that makes the experience overall less impactful or more tarnished. I don't know.
Just need to get in there and shut off the heat.
Okay, need to get in there and shut off the heat.
Must be nice getting around like that.
It is. Sorry. Oops. Alright, fine, I won't just tank it. There we go. Going to bed because I got some sleep. I'll watch the rest stream later. Thanks for hanging out, Deltroid.
Huh.
It's fun to have you here.
Thank you. Temperature dropping. Where are we headed? I'll follow you.
Yeah, let's go on an adventure together. That's a great question. Where do we go? Yeah, see, that's the thing. There's a lot of polish in this game that I appreciate. Like, you can hear Samus breathing heavier
Oh, great. More lava.
because she's low on health. Or like just the steam hitting the visor. There's so much polish in this game in some areas, but it seems like they just really dropped the ball on the writing. Which makes me think that it was not... It makes me think like a lot of it was added after initial concepts were drawn up.
Hello? Come in!
Armstrong! Armstrong, do you read me?
Sarge! Finally! I was starting to think I'd never break through the interference.
Well, I can read you loud and clear now, Private. Hopefully the signal will hold. Are you all right? Where are you?
I'm stuck. Not sure where, but there's a hologram in here with me. Looks like a cannon? I'm in a compartment on its south side.
Are you safe?
I should be. For now.
Hold tight. We'll find you.
Over and out.
That doesn't sound good. We need to find Armstrong.
Let's go save and get rid of our... refill our health. Yeah, the combination of polish and lack of polish makes me feel like the... Oops.
Get this over with. Oh, come on. They got turrets in here too.
Makes me feel like the addition of the motorcycle and the NPC dialogue were kind of like developed last, I want to say, or at least not really integrated with the rest of the development process. I mean, I could be completely wrong. Come on, buddy.
Take one side, I'll take the other. There we go. We've got hostiles. Strange. This bot is offline.
Shoot first and ask questions later. Shoot first and then scan. This looks nice.
Can't see. My eyes just fogged up.
Wait. Insulating liquid to improve heat resistance. Interesting. Okay.
Let's get it. On three. Three.
Now that Samus says force power as a cutscene plays, we see her walking ahead. The sidekicks get a communication from the Federation with a simple command. Execute Order 66.
Why are all these bots offline? Were they doing something with this containment system? So they're pulling green energy out of the lava and...
To refine the green energy, that's what they were doing. The extraction process. Lava temperature regulation is normal. Pressure inhalation pipes. GE filter status is good. Purity of extracted GE is over 90%. Pressure in delivery pipes. All energy extraction systems are functioning normally. See the green stuff is oil, and causes the pollution with acid rain. which causes mutations in the Lemorn. I kind of hope I'm wrong about that. The space pirates want it because it makes them money. Oh, I forgot to mention, Eamon, when I was watching that video. I don't know if you I don't know if you watched SpongeBob as a kid, but just reminded me of Mr. Krabs. And he's like, "What's your motivation for opening up a second Krusty Krab location?" And he's like, "Money." Well, why'd you do that? I like money. That's essentially what these CEOs are all about. Okay. Now what? What did I do? I missed something.
Is there a way you can angle a shot in there to push the button?
Well, as a matter of fact, there is. There's a missile expansion. Oh, okay, it's up there.
Nice work, Samus. You did it. Now let's go find Armstrong. What do we have here? They're pouring green liquid into this container. Is this where all that muck was headed? Looks like we're going up.
What was this way? Maybe save room? Nope. Oh, a map room. That's useful, I guess.
Excellent. Painted flying blind. And
Okay, can't get through there. Yeah, so far the game has been with the exception of the desert, which gives you free reign in a Breath of the Wild sense. This game is definitely structured more like a Zelda game with its puzzles. Like, I would say even some Zelda dungeons are, like, pre Breath of the Wild, are less linear than what we have here. Like, yeah, there's things to figure out, but each room in each section is like a small contained puzzle rather than a big labyrinth I'm supposed to navigate. If that makes any sense. Injection process. GE being injected into the larger cannon shells without issue in preparation for the GE shower tomorrow. So far, shower results have not been what we expected due to the issues with GE purity and quantity. This time we must succeed. Soul Valley must be returned to a land of abundance. Oh, interesting. It's not oil. It's something else.
What are they doing?
Yeah, I'm clearly being led around, along a path into various environments that have different means of solving. And I don't know, the branching paths, I'm not sure that they are, I don't know, big enough to justify like this is a maze rather than just a series of rooms that I'm going through.
I've commanded.
Samus, what's wrong? They're waking up. Come on, let's take them down. Einstein is slowing them down. Frag out.
Like how the ice shot actually makes them fall, like unlike in previous games.
Get ready. Let's keep going up.
I can't imagine this being your first Metroid game, and then you're like, man, I love the Metroid series, and then you play Metroid Prime. You you would be so lost if like that's what you were expecting out of the game. Which I think is honestly what they're going for. I think they want this to be like an entry point for Metroid, which is really unfortunate that this is an entry point for Metroid.
Put them on ice.
Come on.
Got one.
Hide back there. Nice. We did it! Yay! Yeah, I saw you post about that. Yeah, I'll play it. I mean, I definitely want to reorder kind of what I'm doing.
Let's head up.
Okay. And trying to mix in more games just to get some more variety.
Watch those shoots.
Man, there's more.
Got action.
That's cool. I don't know if I'm gonna last that long. actually be careful. Green energy injection to cannon shell. Okay.
Everything in this facility is pumping green energy. I don't feel good about it.
Opened by using telekinesis. Draw this swirly. It'd be funny if the symbol they had you draw was like that like S thing that you drew on everything in elementary school. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of like a pointy S. You died there. I definitely would not categorize it as a maze. Maybe when I'm trying to 100%. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this one's pretty linear when you need to get each key, and it kind of seems like they tried to make it feel less like that by putting necessary upgrades in different places. Yeah, like making me traverse the desert back to get the Thunder bike upgrade. First, Sticks to Aim has a great story. Second has better combat. Okay, I'll remember that. Looks like the new game will have at least amazing combat controls. Cool.
A little extra padding never hurts.
That's right, Duke. Facility shut down. Containers being built in the instruction of Priest Chitoya. Once complete, all work is to stop, and all workers are to retreat to Corona Tower. Never imagined things get this bad. To think all that work we did, and how we gave everything we had for the future of Lemoyne only served to manifest our ruin. Even so, I chose to trust the words of Chitoya, to believe someday a savior will come. So these guys found this green energy, refined it, shot it up into the air to like seed the clouds to like rejuvenate the world. I wonder, to rejuvenate it from what? Like what happened that made it need this for some reason, and it caused mutation in the Lemoyne. That's what I'm gathering so far. Ooh, this one's special. Cybot Gunner, heavyweight class Cybot. The party's offensive strength is equipped with small guided energy sphere launchers on both shoulders. Well, looks like I can stun lock him. Oh. It's like, well, that was easy. A lot more of them. He's got way more.
Grenade out.
I understand. I'm just trying to do that. Just get around behind him. Yeah, buddy, help me out.
Piece of cake. Red velvet cake.
Piece of cake. Red velvet cake. That's the best line in the game so far. Oh yeah, when they built all violas, maybe. Seems everyone was playing Hitale yesterday and have a bunch of scheduled streams for that. But what's Hitale? I have not heard of that game. I had a very busy work day yesterday, so was not online too much. Wow, this thing is doing a ton of damage. What is scan. Heavy turret. Oh. It's okay, Duke. I'll save you.
Thank you.
Psychic heal.
We clear?
We're clear. Is that the same guy who does the voice again? Sergeant Johnson?
Are these escape pods?
Maybe. I don't know. Someone look up the cast for this game.
Armstrong's on the south side of the cannon. She must be in that room. There. Where are you headed?
He is? Are you serious?
It's below the cannon. In order to get there, we'll have to open the
No way.
access gate to go
That's
in.
pretty awesome.
To open the access gate, looks like we'll have to switch the facility into maintenance mode. Can you
The
switch
same
to
voice
maintenance
actor
mode
for
me?
Sergeant Johnson.
It isn't working. Looks like we'll have to do it manually. Let's disable the clamp by going there directly. If we can disable both clamps, the facility should go into maintenance mode. And the access gate will open. The device we need is right next to Armstrong. Two birds, one stone. How do we get there?
How convenient.
Ah, Tram. Nice work. That's where we need to go. Armstrong, we found a way to your location. Headed there now.
Copy that, Sarge. I'll be ready.
Samus. Their community convinced Riot to sell them back the rights to their game so they could publish it on their own. The game has an interesting backstory. Basically got mad popular during production. Indie game Riot Games bought them. Then production fell apart and Riot canceled them. Wow. Good job, Riot Games. I wonder why production fell apart. I'd love to see a... You know how, like, I don't know if you're familiar with the Critical Drinker. Basically a YouTube movie commentator or critic, film critic, and he has a series called Production Hell, where he basically chronicles famous movies that had like the worst productions and
Tram station, but nope. Tram.
actors and producers and
Maybe on the other side.
writers who went through hell to make their movie. There should be one of those for like video game production hell to see to chronicle how the development of some games. Unfortunately, there's probably less information about that. Hightail, okay. Is it a MOBA? Is Hightail a MOBA? I'll look it up after this game. Because Riot made League of Legends, right? No, not League of Legends. Yeah. Yeah, League of Legends. League of Legends. Yeah, he does have some great videos.
We're almost there, kid.
All right, now. Sorry, I'm looking at my time here. I'm thinking it might be that time again. It's not quite bird o'clock yet, but it's almost there. Ah, it's not the same guy. Oh well. It would have been another overlap into the Halo franchise, because apparently, as I said before, that some of the 343 guys did apparently work on this game. And it looks and feels more like Halo. All right. Yeah, I think we got to end it there, because you know, I don't know when the next save point is going to be, and probably going to be a next long segment. But yeah, we'll continue. Oh, there it is. Now it's bird o'clock. Oh, nice, Eamon. I'll check it out. Yeah, tomorrow we'll continue on our journey. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish this in a week or so. I've been trying to monitor the Discord. Obviously, not much action stuff is happening. There's me, Eamon, posting stuff, but make the Pal World server for free. Okay, I gotta look into that. Man, there's just no time to do anything other than play and maybe edit my clips. I'll look into it though. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Discord server's up. Eamon shares pretty regularly. I share some stuff when I find it for game development topics of discussion for the live stream. So definitely check there. What else? I'm trying to get improve my screen overlay in OBS. So got some game footage up there. Those are all clips from games I've played. I'm trying to weed out some longer clips and make it just more short stuff that can play while we're waiting, or if I have to be right back or things like that. So just trying to up my production value. If you wanna set up a Pal World server for free, I don't have the game yet, but if you want to, we can connect about that over Discord. Okay. Job fair is until the 27th, so I'm just doing some personal projects. Nice. That's nice to have that personal time there. I wish I could get like 2 weeks off of just working on personal projects. That would be really nice. Yeah. Let's talk about that after this, Eamon. We'll connect on Discord, give you a mod status, and then we can make it more engaging, draw some more people in, maybe with some like gotcha gimmicks or loot boxes. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right, I gotta run. Thanks for hanging out, Eamon, Tim, Zeltroid for a little bit. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll see you later.